Y'all, I gotta go. Hey my beautiful ladies, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Erica J. On this channel I talk about fashion, food, luxury, self-care. It's a lifestyle. So look, don't be afraid to turn on your notifications and go ahead and subscribe because you're gonna love my content. But anyway, y'all, it is New Year's Day. I'm in my pajamas because after I cook this good meal, honey, I'm plopping down right in front of the TV. Today, I love spaghetti, y'all. Today we're gonna make homemade spaghetti sauce. This is not the ragu or prego that you're used to out of the little jar, baby, mix up with the noodles. This ain't that. So look, I'm gonna show you what you need, but everything is gonna be linked below in the description box, so don't worry. Because you know, sometimes when you're used to cooking your favorite meal, you don't measure things out, but I'm gonna make sure I have that down below. This skillet is really hot. I can feel the vapors coming up, y'all, because I had it on and I did this intro like a million times. So I have 1 pound of ground beef, and I think it's like a 1/4 pound of mild sausage to give a little boom bang in my spaghetti. And then I also have 4 garlic cloves. I chopped those up already off camera because I didn't want to waste any time. Let me put this right here. And then I also have a full green pepper chopped up and a full onion. So we're gonna go ahead and my skillet is, y'all, if I didn't burn myself, like, that was crazy, because yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put in a little bit of avocado oil, okay, just a little bit, and I'm going to move that around the pan a little bit before I add the meat so I can coat the pan. And y'all, it is New Year's, New Year's Day, and I just really had a relaxing day, y'all. Like, first of all, I slept like most of the day because I stayed up until like 6 o'clock. Okay, so let me turn this down a bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my meat to the skillet. Okay, those little pieces, they don't want to jump into the pan, but you know, okay, cool, whatever. Now, I'm gonna try to mix this up. Now, when you're mixing meat like this, like any kind of dish you're doing, what I like to do is go ahead and use a potato masher. It just like marries the meat together, so it's not like super separated, you know what I mean? So nobody will be like eating the spaghetti and they can really tell like, okay, it's ground beef over here and then Italian sausage over here. The potato masher is just really easy to use, and I didn't add any seasonings just yet. It looks really good like this mashed up. Okay, that's like 10 times better. So let me get a little knife, y'all. Hold on and get that off of the potato masher. So what did you guys do like over your New Year's break, y'all? These are those times when it's like, you don't even know what day it is. You're waking up like, I woke up today like, wait a minute, what day is this? What? It's Sunday, y'all. Yeah, I'm ready to get back to a little bit of normalcy. All right, so that's kind of all mixed in together. I'm not gonna add too many seasonings because we're gonna add a lot later, but at the same time, I like my meat to have a lot of flavor. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of pepper. And when I say a tad bit of Lord seasoning salt, just a little bit. I don't like dry meat, y'all. I like flavorful meat. I'm gonna put that to the side. I like to keep my kitchen clean too. I cannot cook in the kitchen where stuff is like everywhere. So we're just gonna brown this. Everything's mixed together, and we're gonna bring it to a brown. You can bring it to your level of desired brown. I know everybody's bringing something to bringing meat to a brown is, you know, sometimes a little bit different. So other things that we need, I like sped through that at the beginning, but yeah, we also need a can of chopped tomatoes. You're going to need tomato paste, tomato sauce, and crushed tomatoes. I know these are like easy ingredients. It's not a lot. It may sound like a lot, but a lot of this stuff, if you cook a lot, you probably already have a lot of this stuff, and some good old avocado oil. And then the other ingredients I will show you as we move along, but again, everything will be linked in the comment section below. Okay, so while this is like browning and looking all tantalizing and good, I already have my salad made, y'all. Yesterday we had steak and I had a little bit of salad, so I just like repurposed that and added a little bit of more tomatoes for kitchen, or like just when it's just clutter and stuff everywhere, that literally just drives me insane. I like to be very clean and very sanitized, y'all. So I'm gonna use these pasta bowls. Let me show y'all that while the meat is browning. I got these pasta bowls. Oh, I had 4. I don't know what happened to the other one. I think my child dropped it and didn't tell me. But these were so cute. I forgot how much they were, from Home Goods. And I was like, yeah, let me get some of those because I make pasta all the time. So those are really cute here at Home Goods. Anytime soon, make sure you pick up some good old pasta bowls. I love eating my pasta out of these. It's like compared to like one of these bowls. Hold on, let me show you guys. Like a regular bowl, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I have more room to like twirl my pasta around, and then it's lower. I love it. I love a good old like Home Goods trip. You always find something. This has been a really, well, 2022 is like a really strange year, y'all. I'm so looking forward to 2023. I've been on YouTube consistently for a year and a month or something like that, and I've just been playing around with my content, trying to be more of myself and do things that I love, you know. And here I am with you girls. I have appreciated the support. So yeah, today I was like, I want to do something different. I usually do my fashion all the time. I've done like one other cooking video on here, but I was like, I want to be in 2023, be more transparent. Not like more transparent, but more of myself, right? You know, when you're doing like hauls and things like that, you're really describing what something looks like, and it's hard to kind of insert your personality in there. And I've done vlogs and everything like that, but like one of my real passions outside of fashion is cooking. Your girl loves to eat and I love to cook. I don't know which one I like more, eating or cooking, but either way, your girl gotta eat, so I gotta cook too, right? If y'all notice me at any time having like 2 pots of sauce out, so I'm gonna try to edit that out as good as possible. But the mister is a vegan, so I'm also gonna make a sauce, a meatless vegan sauce. I usually don't eat spaghetti, but for whatever reason today he was like, oh, I have some spaghetti. So I was like, okay, let me cook up a good little sauce for you too. Okay, that's almost brown. I'm gonna put the top on. But just a quick little second and let the heat just boom bang in the pan, okay? Alright, so guys, when you're cooking this at home too, this makes a lot of sauce, so you can go ahead and freeze it if you don't eat it all, and it will taste perfectly fine. You put it in like a freezer bag or an airtight container, because you know, like sometimes I make a lot of food and then after like 2 days I'm like, okay, I'm done with the spaghetti, but it's like so good, you don't want to like waste money and throw it away. You can just freeze it. And I don't mix my noodles in at the end. Like, I don't know, how do y'all eat y'all spaghetti? I used to, when I first started like really cooking, I will always mix my spaghetti into my sauce, right? But then later on, I'm like, when I heat it up, I don't know, it tastes good, but I feel like it tastes fresher and so much better when you just keep everything separate. So when I serve it, like if I like it mixed that day, I'll just mix it up in my own personal bowl, or you know, have it separated with the noodles and the sauce. It's just easier to reheat that way. It tastes better, and especially if you want to freeze it, you do not want frozen noodles in your sauce. Like, I cannot imagine that tasting good at all. So I always like to taste my meat, y'all. I know y'all do that too, so I'm like, ew. No, I like to taste my meat. I like to see what it tastes like before I start adding other things. This meat already tastes so good, y'all. I hope I get to watch my show tonight, Housewives of Potomac come on tonight. It's a new episode. And I hope I catch it, because girl, you know, sometimes after you eat and then you clean up your kitchen, you done, you ready to bed. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my onions and my green peppers. Now I'm not gonna add my garlic just yet, because garlic has a tendency to burn really fast. So we don't want that, and we don't want the bottom of the skillet to be burned and sticky and all that. I had to learn that the hard way with cooking with garlic. I love garlic. And I used to always be like, why is my pot always burned at the bottom when I add garlic. You have to be very careful with the timing of adding garlic into dishes like this because this burns really, really quick. So I'm just mixing everything up. Y'all, this smells so good. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it, but when you're cooking it, you're gonna smell it. It's gonna smell just as good on your side too. Okay. Alright, so it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. This meat smells amazing. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and add about a teaspoon of, why is the label off of this? No, that's crazy. About a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce on here. I love this on steaks too. Like, I cannot eat my steak if it's like a homemade steak. I cannot eat it without cooking it with Worcestershire sauce. Okay, then I'm gonna add in some Italian seasoning. Now, I'm gonna put the, ooh, why is it flying everywhere? I'm gonna put the measurements down below. But you know, when I cook, I like to just do it to taste sometimes. You know, because everybody's palate is different. You might like a little bit more of this, a little bit less of this. You know how that goes. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of crushed red pepper just for a kick, but not too much because I have a preteen and she is not like super spicy food, and I don't want this to be like a spicy dish. It just gives it a little kick, right? I probably added like 2 dashes in there. It's not a lot at all. So I'm gonna mix this up, make sure all of my spices are like get marinated in here, marinating. And yeah, this is my daughter off camera. She's supposed to be filming with me. She's supposed to be my sous chef. She wants to taste with me, y'all. But you know, she was on the phone with her little friend, so yeah, it's hot. It's hot. Is it vegan? Girl, did I say vegan?
It's happening, girl.
Girl, bye. Goodbye. Okay, so I'm gonna separate my meat, like make a little hole, so to speak, in the middle, because I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I do that because once it like starts cooking down, it makes like a good little fond. It tastes really good that way. Girl, if I can get it off the spoon. Okay, yep, so now that that's in there, I'm just gonna mix it up. And it's gonna taste so delicious, guys. And this is supposed to be chit chat, but this is like the first time I'm doing like a full-fledged cooking video and girl chat mixed together. So it's kind of hard to like talk about something other than food, concentrate and do that. But as I go along with these videos, I'm putting that back in there. It's gonna be a little bit easier. I intended to talk about the new year and 2022 and all that good stuff, but I'm just glad to be here with y'all, and I'm just looking forward to my channel growing and all my goals coming up for 2023. Yeah, and just like growth. I did a digital what you call that, vision board. I've never done a vision board. I'm a big planner, like journal writing, but I did a digital vision board. I should like do a video on that, but it was really simple, really easy, guys. And I used it as the wallpaper on my phone, which I thought in the end was better than doing a regular vision board, because like you're on your phone like every 2 minutes, you can just see your goals and everything that you have planned out right before you. And I didn't get too crazy. I did not overwhelm myself with like a whole bunch of tasks and goals this year. I stuck to like 3 main goals that I'm gonna do, like business-wise, relationship-wise, and stuff like that. They're really important to me, and I'm gonna stick to those and ride 2023 until the wheels fall off. I know this is gonna be like a very, 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 very good year for me, and a very, very good year for you, because we're gonna manifest that, and we're gonna speak abundance, health, love, happiness, peace into our life of 2023, y'all. Okay, so that is looking really good so far. I'm gonna go ahead now. You can use red wine, but since I'm a family woman and I don't like really cooking with wines and stuff like that, because my teenager or preteen has to eat this, and that just is weird to me. So I'm gonna go ahead, if I can find it, I'm going to add instead of red wine, I'm gonna use beef stock. Hold on, cup of beef stock. That's gonna give it a nice pop of flavor. I like to smell everything. It really don't smell like anything, but chicken stock and chicken broth to me smells. Beef stock and broth, not so much. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Okay, so I'm gonna stir that up. It's just a little bit, so it's not like the skillet gets super saturated or watery. It just really marinates right into the meat. I'm gonna turn my skillet back up to medium because when I had that garlic, put the garlic in, I turned it down to low, a little bit next to low so that it wouldn't burn. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my chopped tomatoes. Now, if you notice, I'm not gonna use this whole can because I have to make a separate sauce, and I did not buy another can for that. So I'm just gonna put in maybe like a third of that so I can have some from my other vegan sauce, and then I'm gonna add in a third of the crushed tomatoes. It doesn't matter the brand, it depends on what store I go to sometimes, but I do like the Red Gold brand. But like a lot of times, like we're here in Chicago, there's like Little Italy, excuse me, and all these like different grocery stores that has like super authentic Italian seasonings, and they have their own Italian brand. So like this one, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's from the island of gourmet specialties of Sola. I don't know, I guess that's somewhere in Italy. It's a product of Italy. I tried that before and so good. We have this other restaurant. It's like a restaurant slash grocery store called Italy in downtown Chicago. And baby, they have like some of the best sauces and just fresh ingredients and cheeses. If you're ever in Chicago, if you live in Chicago, you must go to Italy. It's like a play on Italy. It's like Italy, I'm sorry. It's so delicious, y'all. They have all kind of breads, prosciutto, mozzarella balls. I'm talking about like anything that you could think of. And they also have like separate little eateries in there. I think it's like 2 or 3 that you can eat in. It's so good. This looks so good, y'all. I'm gonna let that simmer a little bit before I add in my tomato sauce. Okay, I let that simmer just a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead. I don't want it to burn the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and add in tomato sauce. This is about 29 ounces. I'm gonna add roughly maybe half of that. You can add more, but I gotta save this for the Mr. sauce. So usually I would pour in all of it, and I'm just gonna like stir this up. And as you can see, this is a really bright color red. It's not that burgundy color sauce that you get when you making jarred spaghetti. And no offense, because look, I just started making homemade spaghetti, so I'm not judging. I am not judging at all. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Yeah, it's just a bright red color because everything is, even though it's out of the can, it's still fresher to me than the ragu. And I'm pointing to it because I do have a jar of ragu, I think at the top, you know, because you know this takes a little time. When you have the stuff that's quick, when you have a long day, you got kids, you just throw that stuff in a little skillet and be done in about 20 minutes. It just takes a little bit longer. You know, fresh takes just a little bit longer, but that's cool. It just tastes better anyway, so that's cool. Okay, so everything is mixed. I'm gonna go ahead and add some seasonings in here. So let me grab those. Okay, so let's get into adding a little bit more of our seasonings. And yes, baby, I'm about to add some sugar. Okay, I'm gonna add about 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar. And why am I adding sugar, y'all? Is because I had to look at that for 1 second, y'all, because I was like, did I grab the flour instead of the sugar? But anyway, 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar, because by adding so many like tomato sauce, tomato paste, chopped tomatoes and all that, the sugar breaks up the acidity of all of that, those tomatoes rather, sorry about that. So I'm gonna mix that up really well. You wanna make sure you mix that sugar up really well because you don't want any pockets of sugar in your spaghetti. You know, like one person spaghetti is very flavorful and then somebody else tastes like a bag of sugar. You don't want that. Okay, so that is mixed in very nicely. So I'm gonna go in and add some onion powder. I love the way onion powder smells. It's like really tinky and weird. but I don't know, maybe because I just like onions and garlic. I'm just weird like that. Okay, so I added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of onion powder. As you can see, I just keep dabbing in because your girl loves some onion powder. I'm gonna add in a little bit of black pepper, about 2 to 3 tablespoons or less, and then a little bit of regular old salt. And I'm going to start. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm gonna start that up. Okay, guys, that is nice and all. That's nicely stirred up and very together. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit. Now, I would usually put like basil leaves in here, but for whatever reason, they did not have basil leaves. It's a holiday. I guess everybody's in the kitchen cooking and burning, child. So I'm gonna add maybe like a little pinch. I don't want too much because basil is really, really strong, and I don't want to over. It's really strong. It smells so good. I love this flatbread with mozzarella cheese, like a little. Like basil and mozzarella flatbread. I'm just greedy. I just love to eat. Okay, so that looks so good, y'all. It looks so rich, so fresh. And I'm gonna put the top on that, and we're gonna let this simmer for a good maybe like 20 or 30 minutes. Like back in the day, y'all, when I used to cook some spaghetti, as soon as I like sauce it together, I would add the noodles, and then bam, 5 minutes later we're eating. Like I don't do that anymore. I take my time and let the sauces, the spices, and everything just marinate together. It tastes so much better. So just have like so much patience. Have a lot of patience rather when you're cooking, because like sometimes like when we rush and we just eat it as soon as we think it's done, it tastes totally different. Give it some time, let it marinate on the stove, baby. You have like a perfect dish. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna cook our noodles. So I like to use thin spaghetti, y'all, by Prince. I like regular size spaghetti, but I don't know. I just like thin spaghetti, y'all. So don't judge me. Okay, so I'm gonna just eyeball it. I'm dropping like a little bit on the floor. I don't know why I grabbed so much at one time, y'all. I think I'm just hungry because now it is almost 7:30. My show is already on, and I have not had anything to eat today. So your girl is ready to eat. Okay, I broke those in half, dropped those into some boiling water, and yeah, we're gonna cook those for about 10 minutes. So we'll come back in 10 minutes, and we're gonna plate everything. If you notice, I have like another skillet out because I have made make sure I don't dip the meat spoon inside the vegan one. I have made a vegan style sauce. So if you have like a family member or a child or whoever that is vegan or vegetarian, whatever, same thing, you can make the same sauce, just meatless. You start it off the same way. You just saute the vegetables and start from there because you just literally have no meat. Ooh, excuse me. And make sure with that one also that you oh my god, I started like choking on my spit. Just make sure with that one you also don't burn your garlic. That after so when you do the vegan one, vegetarian, whatever you want to call it, you saute your vegetables, you get those like done, and then add the garlic for like a minute, because again, garlic burns really fast. That smells so good too. You don't want it to burn, because once you burn garlic and sauces, I feel like it gives it this nasty weird taste. But anyway, yeah, we're good. I can always eat. I have my salads ready for my family. They have already interrupted me because they are not feeling how much time I have taken to film this. Not to film it, but to cook, because they didn't even know I was out here filming. They do not respect my YouTube career or my content. I had to tell them, like, listen, I'm out here filming, so it's gonna add a little bit extra time onto this meal, because you know I gotta get a good girl chat, homemade spaghetti video in for the new year. Okay, so 10 minutes and we'll be right back. All right, so I cut my noodles off, I drained them, and I actually transferred them into this bowl because I'm gonna add about maybe like a teaspoon and a half of butter, because why not? And I'm gonna get I need a spoon. I'll just take a fork and I'm gonna stir them up and let the butter like just melt into the noodles, guys. It's gonna taste so amazing with the spaghetti sauce. The butter just gives it like a extra layer of flavor. That's really it. Okay, so that is all like basically melted. So let's plate, y'all. I'm not the best plater in the world, but we gotta get the money shot. So I'm gonna put my pasta bowl and make sure I have like a clean fork out here. All right, so I have tongs somewhere. Here we go. So I like it mixed up. I like the noodles on top. It really just depends. So like if you want to take your noodles and kind of like, difficult to show you, but like you take the tongs and you take some and then you just like swirl them up, you can just easily like, I try to land them in a circle. Usually that works, but you know, hey, not today because we're on camera. Okay, so you just land them in there, and then I'm going to, let me add a little bit more because girl, we gotta take a thumbnail of this amazing spaghetti. Okay, now for the sauce, y'all, let's go ahead and stir it up and just add a little bit spaghetti sauce on there. Oh y'all, this looks so good. And add the top back on. Now for plating purposes, and just because it tastes good, I'm gonna add a little bit of parsley over the top. Oh, that looks good. And some shredded Parmesan cheese. Y'all, okay. That's it, y'all. I'm ready to eat. So listen, let's taste it. But first, you know, y'all know I gotta get my Instagram shot in, because you know, it didn't happen if you didn't get your Instagram shot in or your thumbnail for your YouTube video. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, so let's go ahead and try this out. I don't have to try it because I already know it's fire. Swirling that up. Get a little spaghetti on the side. Y'all, I gotta go. Listen. This is so good, y'all. You gotta try it. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Look at that, y'all. Y'all have got to try this spaghetti. It's so delicious, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video, okay? Have a good day. I love y'all. And until the next video, y'all. Peace.